Hello and welcome back everybody for another video of Master of Command. Today we're going to be playing with the new free DLC faction, the Holy Roman Empire. First of all, I just want to say to any of the devs who might see this video, thank you for this free addition to the game. Uh, I'm sure the players are really going to appreciate it. I know I really appreciate it. Um, I'm so very much looking forward to this, and thank you for your work on this. And uh, I think that this was a great way of showing thanks to the players for just the overwhelmingly positive reaction that people have had. So thank you for this. We're going to be playing the Holy Roman Empire, newly released. Some things that are kind of interesting about them, their drilling stance is replaced with mustering, which allows us to generate reservists and recruits at the cost of money. We also get fewer recruitment options at settlements, so it's going to be a little bit tougher finding maybe specific units that we want at settlements. Since this is new, I don't have any of the other army compositions unlocked. We just have the first army, which is called the uh, I think it's the Kreis Contingent. I think it was Kreis actually, the Kreis Contingent. They look very interesting. Something to note though is that the uh, the units have very low morale. So even the Musketeer unit, it's got 30 morale. The recruit unit has 30 morale. The Lemlet's 30 morale. They are very large though, 1,800 men, 1,600 here. But they don't have very good accuracy, 15 accuracy and 30 reload. They are. It does seem like they're fairly speedy though. Like if we check the British. Oh no. Well, the Highland foot is really fast. The British foot is 30. Okay, no. So their speed is actually pretty average. But they've got low morale. It looks like they kind of have low accuracy. We'll have to see how things go with them. They've got pretty good items though. They've got this chaplain, which is going to give a big boost to morale. They've got and restored casualties that we lose. This is also going to restore casualties, casualty restoration. So all of their units will get their starting units, I should say, the starting infantry units will get casualty reduction items. So it kind of seems like they're supposed to take a lot of damage early on. That's the impression that I'm getting, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll do Marshal, we'll do Iron Man, historical enemies, sure, and we'll continue. And we'll name it HRE Iron Marshal. And for those who did watch my last campaign, my only German Hanoverian campaign, I want to say thank you for that. Sorry that it didn't end on a win, but I think we'll be doing a lot better this time. At least, fingers crossed, right, that we're doing a lot better this time. So now, let's go ahead and... I like the idea of going for the artillery and then also the cheaper muskets and carbines, just for the fun of it. I don't think we want to take a bigger morale hit. Our units already have pretty low morale. Speaking of something that I'll point out once we get a little bit further into the game, but there was an update. And so the light cavalry is bigger now. They had their stats reduced a little bit, but they are larger. And there's some other changes too. Like I think a lot of the units had their reload and accuracy debuffed a little bit. I think the starting muskets got debuffed a bit. And melee, according to the patch notes that I was reading, melee is supposed to last 5 times as long. So we shouldn't see just cavalry run in and just instantly annihilate units anymore. So again, we'll have to get into game and see how that works, but that's what it seems to be based on the patch notes. The only thing I'm debating is I really like I really like field hospitals and the casualty restoration. But I'm gonna go with Protect Franconia. I think I like the artillery more than I like the Bavarian musketeers, and this is a doctrine that's unique to the HRE, so I think it'd be fun to go for this. But it might not be the optimal doctrine to go for. That probably is the hospital one, but also I forgot to point out that there was a reroll feature, and so for Act 1, you can re-roll the starting regions, and you can really look for a you can look for a unit and a doctrine mix that you really like. Okay, so let's get our guys equipped. I kind of like the way they look with like the gray uniforms. That's cool. And I'm not going to give them special names just because I'm not used to these units. I feel like I wanna get to know this unit roster more before I start messing around and giving them names. And speaking of the unit roster, let's look at the unit tree. We've got our cavalry over here. So we have Imperial Dragoons to start with. So this is what we've got here. It looks like they have 900 units. Not very good on the charge. They're like pretty average in melee, I think, for light cavalry. Have very good shooting stats because they're Dragoons. And then once they are Cuirassiers, it looks like they'll be a little bit smaller. Their shooting stats will go down, but they'll have much better melee and better morale. Now let's just look at Hussars. Hussars now have 1,000 units. Wow. I mean, okay, so granted, the HRE units are bigger than the units in other nations, so not every Hussar unit that you find is going to be 1,000. I think this is just an HRE thing. But they're fairly decent on the charge, have low morale, or sorry, low melee. Actually, kind of moderately low morale as well. Not as good as the Dragoons, at least. And then it looks like their recruits upgrade into Landmilits. And the Landmilits have better melee stats, slightly better reload, and that's about it. And then the Kreis Musketeers. They have these sorts of stats, and then if we turn them into veteran musketeers, their accuracy will go up, reload will go up, morale will go up a little bit, melee, move speed. And if we turn them into grenadiers, their reload will go up, and their accuracy goes up too, as well. Their melee stats get fairly better, stamina is better, move speed is better. I like that the morale is significantly better. It might be worth turning them into grenadiers. I'll have to think about that. And let's take a look at the Württemberger musketeers. These are smaller units. They've got 1,200 men, so they're more like your average musketeer unit. And they can turn into a Jaeger unit. Very interesting. Or they can turn into grenadiers. And it looks like the grenadiers are better at shooting. The Württemberger grenadiers are better at shooting. They have better morale. Better charge, worse melee. Oh, very fast, very speedy. But you only get 1,000 of them, so that's a big drawback. And we've got the Palatine. Palatine? I don't know. I'm going to say Palatine until someone corrects me. And it looks like maybe these are going to be our melee-focused units. They've got fairly high morale, fairly good melee stats. They also have decent accuracy. Yeah, they've got better accuracy than the Kreis Musketeers. Not as good stamina, much better melee stats. Oh, and these guys have really good melee. So yeah, this is a very melee focused line. And then the Bavarians, I think, the Bavarians are the shooting regiment. So they've got really high accuracy, fairly good reload. Their melee actually isn't that bad either. So I feel like this might be like the ideal line infantry unit. It's got good shooting, good reload, good melee. I like it. I like the Bavarians. Okay. And then let's take a look at the artillery. So the battalion artillery seems to be larger than your typical battalion artillery. It's got 5 guns in it. And then once you upgrade to the field artillery, you're going to have 7 guns. And you'll take a little bit of a move speed hit. Stamina will go up. Reload will go down, but accuracy goes up. Cool. All right. Then let's go ahead and let's get these guys the chaplain, just because I want them to have more morale. I don't want these guys breaking since they are our best line infantry unit. And I'm going to give them the better muskets. And here, you guys take the breastplates, absolutely. And we'll give you guys the Soul. And how are you guys in melee? I might give these guys the surgeons, give them the medicinal herbs, and then I'll give them the infantry hangers. They can be like our melee unit, I guess. I'm also going to I want all these guys in this brigade because of the combat effectiveness. I want them to be more effective in combat. So I think I will do that. Let's leave. And let's get into a battle and see how we do. Let's see. Reservists, provisions, ammunition. I think we'll go with the reservists just because these units aren't very strong, so I feel like they'll take a lot of losses. And arguably that's another reason that I should have gone for the hospital doctrine, is if we're going to take a lot of casualties, then getting 15% of those back would be good. So, but we picked the what was it, German's arms trade doctrine just for the fun of it, just for the flavor of playing the HRE. Okay. Let's take a look. They've got provincial. How does provincial cavalry compare to our dragoons? It's large. It's got 800 men. We've got 900. Their morale is comparable. Stamina is comparable. Move speed, it looks to be comparable. Melee, we're a little bit more effective than they are, so that's good. Got one thing going for us. And then maybe we put our musketeers, our Kreis musketeers, up here on the hill. We put our recruits over here. We keep the land millets. Maybe I put the land millets over here, like slightly back, and let these units get engaged, and then I move them forward, take a shot or two, and then get ready to move them into melee. And I'll definitely need to keep the general nearby in order to increase our morale. These guys have low morale, so we need to keep them well supported. Okay, let's go. Let's move up a little bit here. I'm gonna keep the Dragoons over here to support our Imperial recruits. Here, let's see if maybe we can stretch across the road and these hedges. Unfortunately, I would like to do that, but they're, it looks like their 2 recruit units are maybe coming over to focus on our recruits. What do these guys have? More muskets. Okay, we're good. So let's take off your bayonets and take off yours, so you'll be slightly better at shooting. You can keep your bayonets on. Okay, I'm gonna try to move our Dragoons. Maybe just get them into firing range. Let them get a shot off. Here, let's come up a little bit closer with our land millets. Speed things up. And part of the reason I don't move my Dragoons around to hit them in the back is because of the provincial cavalry that's just waiting back here. And let's get you guys re-equipped with your bayonets. Get you guys to not fire for a moment. Try to reload. Let's put your bayonets on. Let's hold fire. And yeah, help out here. Yeah, this melee is going on kind of long. Oh, but our recruits over here started routing. Okay, good. We beat them. They may come back, so let's have you guys ready to deal with that. They certainly will come back. Okay, these. Yeah, those guys will come back eventually. And let's have you advancing to deal with them. Let's get a shot off here. Looks like we're losing stamina walking through this forest. Yeah, let's just advance to here. Now, that was another change that they made in the update, is that being in a forest will drain your stamina, but it's happening very quickly. You guys should not be out in front like that. Shoot. Well, now we're not going to be... Oh, okay, we are still braced. Good. Okay, let's get into a column here. Let's get our dragoons out of the way and then open fire. See, these guys aren't recovering any stamina, but I feel like they should be. Because they're not firing, they're just standing there. So I feel like there must be a bug with the stamina depletion. Let's go ahead and get one more shot off and then charge in from the rear. Very nice. Oh, I really like this. That's cool. So there we go. First battle in the books. Cylindrical ramrods. That's a really good pickup. Actually some really good stuff here. And yeah, I do want the money. I want to be able to buy up some more regiments. So let's give these guys the cylindrical ramrod and probably the reload and move speed. We'll give them the horse and probably the medicinal herbs. Our shepherd's axe will go to you, and you can have... No, you can't have the cheese because that's a ration. Let's take a look at the muster stance. So, raises 25 reservists per regiment daily, 4% chance of raising a free recruit unit per day of mustering, increases by +1 daily and +4% if next to a settlement. Gain a free point of veterancy on recruits raised through mustering per brigade in army, and you get extra army replenishment, reduced campaign visibility, reduced campaign movement speed, and you're paying $5 per regiment daily. So basically that means that we're spending $20 and we're getting, what was it? Was it 25 reservists? So we're getting 100 reservists per day and spending $20. But we have a chance of raising a recruit unit, which is pretty cool. I might come over here and maybe muster for a little bit, just for the fun of it. See if we can get anything. And let's go ahead and take a look at our objectives. So we need to hit 4 encampments and 5 convoys. Looks like there's 3 encampments pretty close to the road in the south. And then for convoys, there's 3 fairly... Okay. So I think what we do is we head south and we hit up all these convoys that are really close to the road. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I might have to go get this one. It's a little bit further off the road, but so we'd get our 5 convoys going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then for our encampments, I don't really like that one. Could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that sounds good, and we'll come check out this fort, or maybe let's come over here to Königshofen for a minute and muster for a bit, and see if we can raise any guys. There we go. We got an Imperial recruit unit. That's pretty cool. And I could also just buy some here. I could also buy some provincial cavalry. Okay, we need to stop the drum for a second. I think the question is, do I want to go for more recruits? Well, I can't afford the Imperial Provincial Cavalry anyway. Just kind of looking at what there is. Lances, very neat. Water bucket. Powder house. Oh, the ammunition is interesting. So they changed it so that the special ammunition types now consume more ammunition, but the max range drop off isn't so bad. Which I think is interesting. I think it's an interesting way to handle that. So I am gonna pick up an Imperial recruit unit, and then maybe a little bit of food. And let's head on south. Yeah, we'll just do that. Head on south here, visit this fort. We can... I'm going to take the money. It's just a little bit of a safer bet than the officer who... he might be good, he might not be. We'll come check out this convoy. And... so let's just... well, excellent beer is really good. Let's take the... here, let's take the excellent beer. Because $40 for an excellent beer is a bit of a steal. So we can give it to you. Oh shoot! I always forget that these are both rations. Maybe I give you the beer to make your melee a little better, and you can have herbs and you can have cheese. And we'll keep on moving. Oh, here's an army to fight. Nice. They've got 2 units of Freikorps Jaegers, some Freikorps Musketeers. Okay. Freikorps Jaegers have got Potsdam muskets. Recruits have got Warren muskets. Okay. So what's the range on these guys? 125. We've got 131 here and 125. Okay. So we'll be evenly ranged with them. The Freikorps are pretty good in melee, right? Yeah, they are. The recruits aren't that strong, but these guys are. So I don't want to run into melee with the Freikorps Musketeers. What I think I will do is I'm going to march these guys up. I'm going to have them... I do kind of want to charge the Jaegers, though. Just because they're Jaegers, man. Let's take our Musketeers and put them on this side, and our Landmilits we'll put on this side. And we'll have our Dragoons and one... Yeah, maybe like these guys. I'll try to like come around on the flank, and these guys I'll have on the other flank. So let's get our Landmilits forward and our Kreis Musketeers. You guys just come over here. You come over here along with the Dragoons. General, come here. And Imperial Supply Train, you move up too. Honestly, those guys are so fast, maybe we don't advance all the way to that hedge line. So Landmilits, you guys can set up over here. You guys actually set up, because this isn't... I thought they would come more over here, but they've ended up more on this side, to my chagrin. Okay, let's definitely get the Dragoons moving. Oops, supply train, don't do that. These guys are twirling around, it would seem. Oh, but they're facing the wrong direction. Okay, well, let's charge the Jaegers then. I'm not sure where these guys are off to. Yeah, we'll just finish chasing those guys down then, I guess. And then let's get you guys over here ready to hit those Jaegers. Okay, and then let's charge into them, try to get as many kills as we can as they just run through us, I guess. Kind of funky that they were just able to run through and we only got 12 kills. You guys don't need to run. In fact, you just need to line up and shoot them. And we'll go ahead and... These guys are way too fast. This looks ridiculous. Okay. Cavalry pistols, that's cool. I can give that to our dragoons. So now let's go ahead and take the money. We're not taking too many losses, so that's good. And we can go ahead and get these guys some better items. What? Okay. So you need 4 to go land millets, 4 to go artillery, 5 to go cavalry. Let's just spend a little bit of money there, upgrade you. Sure, why don't we just give you the large canteen for now? These I don't want to hand out because their accuracy is still important at this point. Oh, I could get some Saxon units. I haven't seen what the Saxons are like. Apparently they have really good artillery. And I like the look of their cavalry. The Saxons seem to be like a quality Yeah, these guys seem pretty quality. Let's go ahead and buy a Saxon unit. And I kind of think that I kind of want to raid this town and generate some more money and food. So let's do that. This also isn't a particularly good town because the items all cost more. So now we've got some tea, some blankets, cross pendants. So these are all things that we can hand out. Here, we'll give you the tea. And yeah, you can have those things, sure. And let's come over here to Bamberg. Looks like there's a nice fort up there. But I'm gonna sell off these things. And I need to buy up food. There is cheaper food up here. So maybe I'll hold off on buying a whole lot of food, but I do need some food for the army at this point. Just kind of looking at what they have. I'm not planning on buying anything. For the barracks, they've got Saxons and Imperials. Foundry. Look at the artillery. That's good. 250 for this bronze gun. Awesome. Alright. So let's come check out this fort real quick. Let's take the items, take the weapons, since we have a bunch of recruits that need better. They need better items. Just kind of, I should use the comparison tooltip. This is kind of interesting because I've always used the Neustadt as like it's always been like a intermediate, like fairly decent in melee, all right in range combat musket, but now the Soul just seems to be better. It seems to do everything better than the Neustadt, except for the range. So, kind of a bummer. Let's give you... So here, let's give you... Oh my gosh. The land pattern has really good melee. It's kind of wacky. Okay, let's give you the land pattern. Since you have T. Let's give you the Jönköping. Honestly, actually, you should have the Jönköping, because it just has much better melee stats. And then I'll give you guys the Soul, and you can have this Neustadt, I guess. And we'll keep on marching. I was thinking about raiding this town, but we'll just march. There'll probably be like an army on the road here for us to fight. Let's come visit this fort real quick. And yeah, we'll take garrison the fort. Tula and dragoon swords. Okay. So you can take the Tula. And now let's go visit this convoy real quick. We can fight this weak field army, sure. Did I pick the wrong option? Or did it just not spawn? I don't know. And then let's get a free recruit unit. Imperial Land Millets, very nice. Okay, and now we just need the money for a new brigade. Let's go ahead and switch to foraging, and just because we're getting low on food, let's check out this encampment. A tough enemy field army. Do I think I can fight that right now? Maybe. I really would have liked to fight the weak field army. How many, gosh, how many units are going to be in a tough enemy field army? Maybe I shouldn't do it. That might be a little too risky at this point, since I haven't gauged myself yet against a field army to know what they're like. And we'll take the provisions and pelts, and then come over here. And let's buy up basically all the food. There, we bought it up cheap. I probably won't be buying anything. Just kind of taking a peek at what they've got in here. Wow, grape shot plus 250% ammo consumption. It's kind of wacky. Plus 150%. Sheesh. Cartridge boxes will be good at some point. Not right now, but at some point. Cool stuff. Anyway, let's maybe come visit the slums down here, and then I know there was an army marching around here, so we'll fight them at some point. Let's come check out these slums real quick. And let's see all the encounters. And let's come back over here to the road. Ah, there's that army. Okay. Shouldn't be... No, I'm not going to say it. Every time I say something shouldn't be a problem or I'm not worried, really bad things happen. I learned that in my last campaign, so I need to stop saying stuff like that. Okay, so they've got a bunch of Cantonist recruits, Freikorps recruits, Fry Infantry Jaegers. They shouldn't have anyone to defend the artillery, so I'll probably send our Dragoons around to knock out the artillery. And in the meantime, I'll probably set up around here. But I definitely want my recruit units getting experience here. So we'll have our musketeers in the back and these land millets also. Okay, deploy, and then let's get everyone sorted here. Actually, yeah, let's have you go back into a column, and then you can be out front along with you, and I'll swing you over here. Maybe you guys can come to the other side of this river and try to get around. You guys are going to march over here. I'll send you around with our Tula guys. And then you come over here. And then Dragoons are definitely taking the long way around. Okay. Let's get going. Heck, we don't even need to take the long way around because their infantry is all coming this way. Get running here. Let's get these Dragoons running. Oh shoot, they got shot. Yeah, let's take out the artillery for sure. Canister kind of hurt. Let's hit them before they can get their canister off. And then once they've gotten their shot off, I think we'll charge into them. Yeah, you guys hold your fire. You guys can take off your bayonet, as can you. Run into position. And let's get you guys formed up. Okay. Let's have the Dragoons chase these guys down. We'll just get ready to hit these Fry Infantry Jaegers. Okay, let's charge in. And then let's charge in here. Alright, they're not coming back. That's good. Get everyone situated here. Yeah, you guys are ready to go in. Let's get you guys over here. These Fry Infantry Jaegers can fight back. Unfortunately, my Saxons took a lot of damage. So let's charge in here, charge in here. And let's take here, let's take the money is what I'm thinking. Eventually I do want to start getting the veterancy just because we have so many recruit units. But for now, let's take the money. Let's go for the reload speed. You'll definitely be a line brigade. You maybe artillery, since you've got the organized trait. You can sell that. Got some cheese here. You can take that cheese. Let's come over here. We'll need to buy up reservists. And maybe a spontoon, just for the extra veterancy gain. Sell that. I guess the Saxons I'm going to turn into artillery just because it's really good. So let's give you guys the spontoon, get you guys into artillery soon. And then with our recruits, I'd probably want to go for the Bavarians. Just so that we have some really solid line infantry. Maybe I could have like maybe I could have one turn into the Jaegers. So let's think. So if these guys are Kreis Musketeers, there's no getting out of that. I could turn them into Grenadiers and just have them be a big blob melee unit. But I don't really want that. I'm gonna go for the veteran musketeers on them. And then these guys would be artillery. So I'd end up with like 4 Bavarian units if I had all these guys go Bavarian. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's hit up this convoy. I don't think we're quite ready to fight an encamped army since we have so many recruit units. Yeah, let's definitely delay the HQ. And don't aggro the encamped army. Then let's come over here. We'll do this. We'll fight that patrol army, sure. Okay. Alright. So Prussian Landmilits over here. So let's go ahead. Oh, I like this hill as a defensive position. Let's do that. Let's definitely make sure the Saxons are able to get in the fight. So Saxons and these Imperial recruits, since they're close to leveling up. Imperial recruits, land millets, dragoons. The dragoons are just going to go around the line and knock out the artillery. Let's go ahead and start, and then we'll take our Saxon unit and get him over to here. And then you're going to be over here for sure. Our land millets. How are these guys in melee? Not all that effective. But I don't want this unit getting destroyed too quickly because I want the Saxons to be able to fight them. So I might have these guys wait in reserve until this side of the line advances. And let's see if we can take... yeah, maybe these units and bring them over here. And let's just see what that looks like. I know you guys need to come over here. Got these land millets. Okay, I think it's all coming together. Where these guys will be the furthest flank of our army. Let's have the Saxons spread out. Let's have you guys spread out here. Let's get you guys. Where are the dragoons? Yeah, dragoons need to keep on dragooning. Yeah, let's come a little bit closer, one tiny smidge closer. You guys I'm gonna have run around and charge into the Freikorps recruits. Looks like they might be establishing just a defense. So I might have to advance on them. But let's get everything situated here first. Okay. Let's advance on them. Since they seem content to wait. Speed up. Let's get everyone new positions. Our dragoons will swing out a little wider. poor Saxons are just getting beat up. Okay, they are finally advancing, so let's run into position, make sure we're ready. Make sure we're supporting our Saxon units. Yeah, you guys can all take your bayonets off. You won't need them. These Saxons might... I don't trust these guys. Okay, those guys are running, but they won't run forever. Oops, I didn't mean to actually run you into melee. Here, run out of there. Here, take your one shot on them. And then charge in. You guys charge in. And we shouldn't get hit by too much canister, because their unit is in the way. Hit that artillery. Let's charge in. Kind of stinks that they don't lose like any bracing, even though they completely turn their unit around. I also don't like them being able to just run through us. That seems kind of cheaty. Let's get turned here. You guys all get into column and then march up. And make sure that they don't come back. Let's hold fire. Just focus on regaining stamina. me just turn you 3 into wrecking balls. Oh, first everyone equip bayonets. And then you can be wrecking balls. Very nice. Let's have you guys all charge in. And let's turn you guys. Let's help out here. It's just a big melee blob. Okay, there we go. And I might pick up the veterancy just to make sure that some of those recruit units get their upgrades. Ah, the Delft. The Delft is finally better than the Worn Musket. That's good. Yeah, let's take the exchange, get our veterancy. Okay. So now these guys we can turn into land milits. You can be land milits. Saxon recruits need 1 more point before they can turn into artillery. But we can equip this unit with the Delft, which is better in every way compared to the Worn Musket. Congratulations. I don't think that was always the case with the basic Delft. We can sell off some things. Let's... Alright. Okay, so the haversack is useful right now just because I don't have that many items. I will sell the heavy jacket though. And maybe I'll sell off... Maybe I'll sell off some limber chests. I don't know, we'll see. Let's definitely buy up some manpower here. I could get another spontoon, which we are kind of in desperate need of. More experience. Yeah, let's give it to this unit. Double canister. Dude, grape shot uses so much ammunition, plus 250%. I mean, I get it, your max range reduction isn't as high, but that just seems brutal. Okay. And then let's... Let's go hit up maybe outpost, encampment, raid this town, or raid this city. Is this was this really the most efficient path? I don't know. Okay, interesting. So is there a cheap like wooden stake that I can buy here? 87. Yeah, it's cheap enough, I think. I think that's worth the I think that's worth it. Let's come check out this encampment. Sure, let's get the regimental staff officer. We got a chaplain, very nice. Let's slap him on this unit, sure. Let's come back up here. And we can sell off these items. Okay, and then we're halfway to the HQ spawning. Let's go ahead and raid this city. We're not going to come back here. Oh, a field army found us. Cool. Yeah, we'll be fine here. Right? Yeah, they have a bunch of recruit units. We'll be fine. I shouldn't say that. Every time I say it, we'll be fine, or I'm not worried, that's when the bad things happen. So, fingers crossed, I didn't jinx us. Okay, Prussian Musketeers, Land Milits. They've got Hussars this time. They've got cavalry to counter ours. But this side of their line is a joke, so... I think what we do is we go ahead and set up, like, along this fence line, in the town, in the woods. And we put our good musketeers over here. Along with maybe this land milits. We take our charging boys and we put them over here, along with our dragoons. Okay, yeah, Saxon recruits over here. Okay. Let's get deployed. Let's move our Kreis boys up to here and shift everyone a little bit further left. Yeah, let's get you on this fence line. Maybe I keep you guys over here. Let's set you guys up here in the town. Land millets here. Our other land millets unit will have in the woods. And these guys, along with the dragoons, will have out wide. Yeah, get support over here. Yeah, what's the difference in... So accuracy is 50, reload 26 seconds. So accuracy goes up by 2. It's not a lot, but it's something. Okay, their artillery has opened up. Swing the dragoons out a little wider. You guys need to come out here. Looks like we'll be slightly outranged here. Hopefully they don't try to shoot us at their maximum range. Let's run. And then get spread out. Okay, how are we doing over here? Let's get our supply train helping out. And let's actually turn our line here. Let's move the general to help out here. Man, I hate it when they get stretched out weird. Okay, charge in here. And then charge in here. And we need to start trying to sweep down the line before we break on this side. Okay, keep chasing them down. Make sure that they rout or completely rout off the battlefield. Can you put your... No, they can't put their bayonets on when they're in melee. Okay, and then come here. Okay, good. Our general's here helping the Saxons rallied. So let's keep trying to... Here, maybe I'll even have these guys get into a column and come down over here to help. Let's get the Kreis back into formation, get these guys up back into the line. How are these guys doing? They still have a lot of ammunition. And let's charge in here, and then I'll send the Dragoons in after the Landmilits make contact. They're really close to shattering. There we go. Oh, these guys aren't coming back at all. Okay, let's go try to rally them. Okay, good. We did get them to rally. Let's now move up here, help out the recruits. I want to line up behind these guys and then get into a charge. Here, get into a column. I might need you to take the spot of the Saxon recruits. Looking good. Now let's get ready to charge into the back of these guys. And then we'll send the Dragoons in to help. And we need to get ready for those Hussars coming in. Okay, and then help out. Perfect. Are these guys coming back? No, just barely not. They're just barely not coming back. How are we doing here? Oh, we're out of ammunition over here. I don't even know if they have a shot left in them. I guess we'll see if they take one last shot. Kind of doesn't seem like it. Yeah, no, they seem to just be done. Okay, let's pull the Saxons back. They're exhausted. Let's put these guys up here. Okay, we'll eat this shot and then charge in. Let's bring our general over to help. I think these guys have loaded up canister. Okay, good. Don't charge them. These guys are just exhausted, man. Supposedly putting them on the road will help them regain their stamina faster, but they're just draining stamina walking through this field. Okay. I think our casualties will be pretty high because even though our units didn't get really low on health, they're so big that they have to take a lot of casualties. They're so big they take a lot of casualties. Even though it doesn't seem like they lose a lot of unit health. So I might take the conscription out of this just to get our manpower back up a little bit. Okay, nice. And our Saxons should be able to upgrade. Which is good. They don't have artillery. But we could buy some here. I know we just started raiding this place, but... yeah, let's buy them a little 3-pound gun. We can sell that. So there, take your 3-pounder, take your water bucket, and take your tow worm. Oh shoot, these are the same? Okay. Then maybe we give you a canteen. And we got a good spontoon. I'll give that to you. Artillery upgrades. We're looking for artillery upgrades. reload and move speed isn't bad. And then line infantry. Cover effectiveness is decent. Let's do 1 reroll. I think we'll just skip it. Our land milits, we can upgrade into Bavarian musketeers. Very cool. Okay, but this is the one I've been using as a melee unit. So should I actually turn them into... Or I could just have you guys be the melee unit. Yeah. I'll just switch your items. Okay. Yeah, so Bavarian musketeers here. And take off all of this. I mean, you can keep that. And then give you guys the, you know, shopping, that, and that. And then you guys get that and that, and the good tools. Would I rather you have this land pattern? Probably. Okay, this is also... Okay. I've been using these guys as a melee unit, so let's give them the melee items. So boom, boom, boom. And then land pattern, cheese rations, tea. Oh gosh. That. And haversack. Okay. Satisfied with that. Let us, I guess, continue to burn this town. Finish our raiding. Gosh, stop notifying the headquarters. No, stop. Okay. And then... Let's come up here real quick. Do the, trade in the field work item for some more stuff. And then let's come over here. And I was gonna say let's buy up ammunition, but ammunition is kind of expensive here. And here, maybe what we do is open up the new brigade. And then maybe march up here. March up here, or do this outpost, march over here, do some drilling, or not drilling, but mustering. We'll see. Yeah, let's just take the reservists, sure. Let's come over here to Versberg. What have we got? Saxon recruits, that's more artillery. Once we sell off some stuff. I'm gonna sell that, sell that. Let's buy up a little bit of ammunition. Maybe we sell a little bit more. We can sell the basket hilt hanger and the spirit rations. And actually, don't hate cheese or crosses or haversacks because our guys have such low morale. But maybe we sell off the crosses. And is there anything else here that I would be okay selling off? The haversacks aren't critical, and the cheese does it better, so maybe we sell off the haversacks. And then we can buy up a Saxon recruit, buy up some more ammunition. Let's see if there's a cheap officer. There's one for 74. If I just sell off a little bit more. Which we could sell this. And the Dragoon sword. Yeah, we're not going to have any... Probably won't have more cavalry anytime soon. So let's do that, and then buy the officer. And this can be... I don't know what this brigade is going to be. We're just going to... Maybe this will be like our cavalry brigade. We'll see. In any case, our Saxon recruits can get these Neustadt rifles, or muskets. They can take the T. And maybe that's it for now. I can give them these things, just in case they do get into melee. And then let's go ahead and let's finish up the convoy, the 2 encampments, and maybe we make our way over to this encamped army, or loop down around here and come to the encamped army. Okay, let's fight this patrol. Oh, and then there's another patrol. This one is tiny. Oh, it's all cavalry. Fascinating. Kind of like the all cavalry patrol. It's interesting. Let's get our... Who's got the best melee? You for sure. And what's the best ground to do it on? I'm probably right here on this hill. put the Bavarians over here. Let's have you guys just over here to the side. And let's park you in the back. Our Saxon artillery we can put here. Okay, I mean... And now we see what they do. Here, I will say... Let's have everyone hold fire until they get closer. Okay, charge in to help. We might need some more guys helping out over here. Might need a lot more help over here. Oops. These are cuirassiers, I'm realizing. Cool. Okay, let's open fire here. Looks like there's just this one Hussar unit left. How are we doing here? Let's let the Saxons get some experience, I guess. And let's open fire here. Nice. A little bit of veterancy or a little bit of ammunition. Maybe we'll take the ammunition. We don't have like a ton of ammunition. We got some Tompions out of it, so that was pretty good. Maybe our Bavarians we give the Tompions. And we give our surgeons to someone else who's in desperate need of them. Oops. Oh, here, instead of this, let's do the surgeon. I also like the earthworks. Maybe I'll give the Bavarians the earthworks. And then do I want you guys to be veteran musketeers or grenadiers? I think I'll probably turn you into grenadiers. And I can just have like a big blob of crazy grenadier units. Oh, and definitely let's give someone the socket bayonet. Let's give the Bavarians the socket bayonet. And let's keep advancing. I'll probably fight this patrol, and that will be like the last thing that I do for this episode. Yes, delay the HQ by another week. Yes, please. This is kind of funny that they got the fresh recruits modifier, but then also got disarmed settlement. That's a little funky. Okay. So let's come over here. Fight them. Okay, so Freikorps Musketeers. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take the artillery, we'll set it up on the hill, and we'll let our recruits and land milits be in front. Yeah, so these guys do the brunt of the fighting, ideally. And I'll put the Bavarians on the flank with the Freikorps Musketeers. And the Kreis Musketeers will just keep in reserve. Okay. So let's go land milits here, Saxons here. Imperial recruits, Landlets here, and Bavarians here, and Kreis over here. And Dragoons somewhere in the back. And they don't have any artillery, so that's good. Let's spread out our Saxons and Imperial recruits. Let's not shoot the Jaegers. Let's hit these Freikorps recruits. And the Dragoons, the Dragoons and the Kreis Musketeers, I kind of want to respond to wherever the Hussars end up. Or I might even charge these guys into the Jaegers. Move a little bit further up here. Start getting our Bavarians sorted. These guys are turning up in melee, so good for them. Yeah, let's beat up those Jaegers. But then let's get you guys situated. For when those Hussars recover. Here, you guys stop. Hold your fire. You guys come over here. And let's have you guys charge in. Don't. And you guys can open fire, and I actually don't like what's happening over here. These guys are not going to be well braced. Okay, nice. And they shouldn't be coming back. Okay, casualties were under the number of reservists that we have, so that's good. Let's go ahead and I think we go for the exchange because I really want to level up our recruit units. So now our land milits can be Bavarian musketeers. And these guys can be land milits. And I think I need, what, 6? Yeah, I need 6 to turn them into grenadiers. And these guys need 7 to become cuirassiers. There, that looks pretty good. We can sell that, sell this, sell this. Yeah, I like you having the chaplain for the extra morale. Probably do that switch. Let's take off your spontoon and give you maybe this cartridge box. And then let's give him a better spontoon. And you can have a spontoon. And I'm short on ammunition. Everyone's basically full except for our dragoons. I can probably sell that entrenching tool. Unless... yeah, I think I'm fine with selling off the entrenching tool. And possibly the crosses. How much time do I have? Okay, I still have like 60 days. So I think that'll be enough to run over here, get these 2 encampments, come down to the slum, and then come hit that encamped army. Let's just buy up some more food real quick. What's the barracks like here? Okay, Imperial recruits. Oh right, I forgot that our bonus is that we get more combat effectiveness per unique regiment. So we definitely need to be diversifying our army instead of just going all in on Bavarian musketeers. Okay. So with the Land Militia units, or like the Imperial units, we can definitely go and get some of the Jaegers. I don't think I want any of these Grenadiers. And I am okay with these veteran musketeers. Yeah, I don't think I want either of these Grenadier units though. Just because 1,000, like, these guys are really good in melee, but the 1,000 unit size is so bad. And I mean, these guys could be good in a pinch, right? Like, these could be like really effective counter charging Grenadiers, but I just don't know. I'd probably rather have these veteran musketeers. Anyway, let's go ahead and force march over to this encampment. Sure, let's get our officers training, and then let's go over to this other one, and that will finish off this objective for the field artillery. And I say, sure, let's ransack the camp. And this will be a good indicator of, I'm gonna call this my melee brigade. We'll try to look for melee stats here. Extra charge, stamina. Let's go with the stamina. I like that a little bit more than just plus 5% charge. There. Line brigade, good line infantry. Okay, extra accuracy, I like that. At the cost of reload speed, but it's fine. And then for the artillery brigade, things that would be good for artillery. Accuracy, yeah, that is good. We got 2 socket bayonets, so let's upgrade you. And probably you. And let's give our artillery something to work with. Didn't come with a canister, unfortunately. Here, maybe I give you the cheese and you the tea rations. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit more. Okay. Well, I think we'll stop here. Next video, we'll have an opportunity to fight this this field army, and then we'll visit these 2 slums, see if we can't find a an encounter that reveals the other encamped armies, and we'll try to fight as many encamped armies as we can before the HQ wakes up. So, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. The HRE has been interesting. Honestly, I kind of messed up. I haven't been diversifying our units to take advantage of this like I should be, but I am going to do that now. And I haven't been using mustering a whole lot either. I've just been mostly going up and buying units the old-fashioned way, if you will. But I definitely see the utility in this. It can be a lot cheaper getting recruits this way. So this is probably how you're supposed to pick up units in the early game. Probably not as useful later on, but in the early game, this does seem pretty good. So I probably should have been using that more, but oh well, that's just how it is. And in any case, thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.